hello and welcome. How marvellous to have your company. Do you know, I'm really looking forward to this hour because me and this here lady, we haven't worked together at all since you've been guesting our Claire, but we've known each other for years and years and years, haven't we, my love?
We have indeed.
So many glasses of Prosecco between us.
Just a few.
Drink responsibly and all that malarkey. But it is lovely to have your company. You've done quite a few shows now for our Pink Frog, haven't you?
Definitely. It's been coming up for a year.
No way.
Now.
Already?
Yeah, it must be back end of last year.
Good grief. See, this, again, no concept of time. I have no idea what's going on in life. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so pleased. And, I mean, Pink Frog, there's such a good company. Obviously, we know the cardstock because it's the stuff we all use. But I love the going into the stamps and stuff because it brought out some beautiful designs.
Just so much, and I've put all my stamps in my little folders.
Oh, have you made one of the folders?
Not just one.
Oh.
I'm on 2 ordinary and 1 Christmas now.
Amazing.
So that's how many stamps we've done.
Boom. And it's amazing. And I love the folders. Is this one of our Hazel's folders?
It is, yeah. We've all got folders now. The world is full of folders.
I need to do it. I still need to do it. I still haven't done this. It's a thing. Yeah, the stamps are beautiful. Right, it's already really, really busy. So let me take you through what we've got. First of all, the Country Meadows stamps. And you know what? I'm going to put this straight in because that will show you just how incredible these stamp out. But it also shows you the sizes. These are the kind of stamps you will use again and again and again and again. Perfect, aren't they? Good silhouettes.
They're just brilliant, and you can put them on so many different backgrounds and different techniques, and just they're lovely and solid as well, so you can definitely see them.
Yeah, absolutely love them. Sorry, I would chat, or Mr. B were talking to me in my head then, Mr. Baker, about where to hold things up. And I was grumbling at him. Quiet grumble face. But yeah, these are brilliant. They're so easy to use. They're brilliant for your layers, brilliant for all your backgrounds.
Definitely.
Oh, love them.
Just really easy to work with as well. I think you can tell by the amount of samples that the design team have done. They've just kept going and going and going with them because they've loved them so much.
Yeah, I can imagine. I love when you get stamps like this to work with. As a, you know, when you are on design teams, it's like yes, because you don't need to spend ages. And no discredit to anyone, but you know, sometimes you have to do loads of fussy cutting, you have to do loads of faff. These, boom. But you can still really take it out the box. I mean, that is beautiful. That wreath is beautiful.
And that is just the little twiggy stamp with a couple of butterflies. That's all that is.
That's so pretty, so pretty. Yeah, loving these. And if you like your backgrounds, these are absolutely the one to go with. Only $14.95. You've got 13 stamps there and 2 really big stamps and then all those extras. That is 437241. It is super busy. Please check your baskets out. Now, to go with that wonderfully, you've got your country scenes and you've got 19 stamps in total here. Again, these are lovely because you are literally building up your scenes.
Definitely.
Oh.
So you can either go for individual elements or start to put them together, and you don't need to do an awful lot to them to make them shine either. They're really pretty.
Oh, they're absolutely gorgeous. And it is, yeah, it's like the Oundle. It's like the Oundle. You've got all your lovely little animals as well. Yeah, you get all the animals. Mr. Baker's really chuffed about the animals. You've got the cheeky little duck there. You've got the bunny rabbit, the lovely pheasant. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you the finished samples. The finished samples for this are stunning, aren't they?
They're out of this world. I cannot thank the design team enough. I really can't.
They're absolutely fabulous. And I tell you what, I mean, look at the variations. That is lovely. What I love about that as well, there's so many places in England, well, all over at shop, but so many places that you instantly go, oh, that's where I live.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so instantly recognisable, isn't it?
I was going to say, so the little craggy bit at the top reminds me of where, like, the Peak District and all the edges, and I think somebody else would see something different in that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so, so pretty. The foreground, just the flat stuff, that's what it'll say. That'll be fence. You have to take out the hills. I love this one because this one doesn't look like it's been stamped, does it?
No.
That one looks like it's literally been drawn.
Yeah.
Really clever. I can't do that technique yet. And I know you like that one, don't you? That one's one of your faves.
I do. I think it's just lovely and simple, but it looks like a lino print as well that you normally pay quite a lot of money for.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, 'cause it's really clever getting the different colours in there. Okay, if you do want these, $14.95, really beautiful. I mean, such a good collection. Whether used independently or, of course, used together, those really go. That is 251794, your item number. Now, next, might have seen them before or they might be brand new to you, the beautiful poppies. These are always busy. And I must admit, oh yes, Oz, I must admit, the size of the poppies, these are perfect because they're so easy to cut out, but they make a proper wow, don't they?
They are, so they're great if you love your colouring, but also if you want to use all your kind of like inky techniques and, you know, cut them out of things that you've done on your jelly plate or backgrounds, that they're brilliant for all of those things.
Yeah. Oh, they are, absolutely beautiful. Is that one of our Hazels?
It is.
She's good, isn't she, our
Hazel?
Hazel?
Not bad, is she?
Do you know, she's such a good crafter. She really, really is. That's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And it's things like that, you know, that when you look at that, that is so easy, but it's so effective.
Yeah, and just adding that detail with the pencils just makes them pop, really.
Now look at that. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, I like this set. If you do want to get hold of this, only $14.95. Again, you might have seen it before, but you might not. You might have missed that when we have had it on before. If you've missed out in the past, please make sure you check your baskets out on that one, 562526. And then, along with the poppies, we've got the other poppy stamps. You will have already seen that background because that's been used again and again and again in those other samples, hasn't it?
We just use it all the time. It's just such a perfect background, and you know, it puts the detail in there, but you can use it as a solid, you can use it just as little elements, just to add a bit of detail. It's
fabulous for the texture, and it's a really good size stamp again. The poppies in this one, obviously smaller, and they're different as well. You know, they're not as they look, the petals look a little bit more, oh, what's the word? Dishevelled. I was going to say battered, but that's an awful description. Weathered.
I think the others are a little bit more floaty, aren't they?
Yeah. But I mean, let's face it, that's the beautiful thing about poppies. There's so many variations in real life. And of course, there are ones that are more weathered than others. When they're stamped out, I mean, just look at that. That is beautiful again. Look at that. That is absolutely exquisite. Yeah, such a... And this one, I mean, look at that. That is such a beautiful card, isn't it?
Super simple.
And it's so fitting. For a sorry card, for a sympathy, it's just so special, is that? Because you don't want something that's shiny and bright. You need it muted. Yeah, it's stunning. If you do want to get hold of these, there's so many amazing cards. If you do want to get... Sorry, I'll whip it away. That is 4413936, your item number. You do get it with the cardstock. I didn't even mention the cardstock. You do get that way. It's $2.90 GSM. You're getting 10 sheets. They're lovely because obviously you can use it for your mat and layering. But with that one, you can easily stamp and then start cutting out as well. Do a bit of paper piecing with it. £14.95. Now, to save us all time fussy cutting these out, we've got the matching dies. Oh, I love a matching die. I mean, doesn't it? It's just a joy, isn't it?
It is. And I don't mind fussy cutting, but it's maybe not in my top 3.
No, it's not in my top 10. Not gonna lie, I do loads of it and then hate it. But it's so ridiculously effective. This is the thing, you have to because it's so effective. That's lovely. And I do like, and it is something I quite, the white line, because it makes it look like a sticker. It makes it pop. I mean, I'd love to use these. If you've got a happy planner, they'd look really nice in your planners.
Oh, they would, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'd look absolutely gorgeous in your planners. And this is it sometimes, you know, you run out or you don't quite have the sticker you want. That's when you turn to your stash, isn't it?
That's a brilliant idea. I like that.
I carry around my planner a lot, otherwise I don't know where I am in life. Yeah, these are beautiful. Oh, I like that as well. That's so different. That is so different. Oh, it's quite poignant now. That makes me look a bit sad, actually. Yeah, they're beautiful of these. Only £12.99. They go perfectly with your stamps. Do not miss out on these. Incredible prices and obviously something that you'll use tons. Please check the website out. We have got so many things on the website. I tell you what to have a look at. The lovely pollen. That is so, so nice because it gives you that realism on your beautiful florals. So please have a look at that. We've got some brilliant background stamps, loads of background stamps. And obviously we've got cardstock. I mean, you know, it is Pink Frog, where will be a BB out cardstock. So please do have a little perusal. If you've got any questions or you've already got some of the beautiful poppy stamps, then please send your photos in. Oh, the glue, always super, super busy, especially those fine nibs. They're always really busy. I mean, you can tell with the good reviews on those. So yeah, if you haven't got those yet, or if you need more, because they're the kind of things that you use them with inks and stuff, you know, you use them with all sorts of different applications. So yeah, have a good perusal. And do send your photos in if you've got something that you've already made. It is studio@thecraftstore.com. Okay, demo time. Yay! Claire. What you doing, love?
I'm going to grab this one up here.
Go for it.
So we are going to do some scene building.
Oh, lovely.
So we'll start off with that and let's see where we get to.
Beautiful.
So we're starting with our 21 by 30 card. So nice and easy, score at 15. We don't like anything too complicated. And we've got our card blank already.
Marvellous.
So we're already there. So then let's build our scene up. So we'll grab our stamping platform. What I've already done is I've already stamped one of our stamps. So we're going to start off with our country scenes, and this is obviously our little book. So
look at your lovely little book.
We are, and you can see that as well as having all my stamps in it, it's a great place to store your masks as well.
Yes,
so you can see this one's a little bit well loved, but I think we'll still get a few more uses out of it. So we've already...
Have we got the masking stuff on the show? Because it's really good stuff, isn't it? We have. I would really recommend that. Because that, especially when you're doing something like this, Claire, I mean, that is a game changer, isn't it?
It is, and what it means is that I can start to build my own scene so that my scene might look a bit different from somebody else's depending on which bits I mask off and you know what I add where really.
Yeah.
So all I've done is I've stamped our little barn and then I've covered it up with masking and I've cut it along the bottom and along the top because I want to add some clouds at the top and some fields at the bottom.
Beautiful. If you do want that masking, £9.99, you're getting 10 A4 sheets. And like our Claire said, I mean, it is reusable up to a point. You know, eventually it's not going to be sticky or you've used it with too many watery products like I do. but you'll get a few uses out of it. 976569, your item number.
So I'm just going to line this up so it doesn't go over the top, but it goes there. And I've already popped my clouds on there as well, just so that I have to pick that one up. There we go. So what this will do, and the great thing is your stamping platform, especially when you're using these big stamps, it's great because obviously if you miss a bit or you get distracted, whenever's that happened,
all the time. Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Squirrel.
And then we can push this down. So the nice thing is with the masket, what that's going to do, and I've just missed a little bit, and just especially where it joins the masket, give it an extra press, because it has, even though it's ultra thin, it is that extra layer. Perfect.
Gorgeous.
So what we can do now is if we take that off, all of a sudden our scene has gone a little bit longer.
Yeah, I love. See, masking, it's one of those techniques. It's absolutely possible, but it's one of those that always has that wow factor, isn't it?
And I think as well, when you look at it, I think people are always like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be good and put all my stamps away.
She's tidying up as we're going along.
Only because I want to use my stamping platform again. So
Mr. Baker said it's like chalk and cheese watching you tidy up stood next to me. I don't know what you mean.
And then I want to add this little bit as well at the bottom. So this is from our other set. So you can, just to show that you can mix and match your sets. Lovely. And we'll grab some words as well.
Oh, lovely.
So
they're really busy, the stamps.
And that is the other great thing about using a stamping platform. It means you can stamp more than one thing at once as well. So
and it's lining it up as well. Like, that's what I find
am just going to do this by eye,
sometimes.
so it might go a bit wonk, but you know.
Lining up is one of my, that's where I go really wrong.
The more I think about it, the worse it gets. I'm better just going for it.
And if I'm terrible for, because obviously my acrylic blocks look a bit used, so I can't actually see through them, and it means that you put your stamp on and actually can't see it. You have no idea if it's straight or not. So you put it on paper.
Jaunty angle.
Jaunty angles, and I hate jaunty angles.
So, especially with the silhouette stamps, make sure you've got plenty of ink on them, because obviously you want it to look, well, you don't necessarily want it to look solid, but I do on this one. That's I'm going to add.
Oh, that is lush.
It is, but I'm going to go in again just because I want it to be really,
well, that will
really
really
dark.
make it the foreground, won't it?
Yeah.
That looks
So
well
just
good.
Bring it forward.
Oh yeah, it does look like stamp sparkling, but it's your top.
There we go. Perfect. I'm pleased with that.
That looks lovely, Claire. I love that.
So, what I'm going to actually do is, because that ink, I thought I'd got one I'd already stamped. Probably have somewhere.
You probably have.
So
in a really safe place.
Yeah, I'll find it in a minute.
It's probably behind you.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab. I'm not going to colour all of it, but I'm not. You know, I know we all say it, but I'm not the best colourist. But one of the things I've found with these pencils is, you know, when you're trying to make something look a bit mottled, and I think, again, the more I try, kind of the worse it gets. So what I've found that is, if I just put a couple of colours down together, and I am just, so these are our Stedler pencils that we do, that comes with some card as well.
Oh, is this on the show as well then, Katie? No, she says, but do check the website.
They'll be on the website.
Shop by brand.
So all I've done is kind of scribbled those two colours together. I am going to grab my water brush, and I'm just going to pull those in, and it kind of just does it for me.
Yeah, yeah. I love water. And I tell you what, are you working on super smooth cardstock?
I am working on super smooth.
Is cracking for your watercolour pencils, isn't it?
It's brilliant because, again, I've not had to think about it. So it's taken the ink from the stamp really well.
Yeah.
And then I can just go in and add, you know, that. The same with the trees. If I just add a couple of colours.
I love, this is why I'm such a mega fan of the watercolour pencils, because they just make it so easy, but really effective.
Yeah, and, you know, I am not saying, you know, this is, you know, like the best artwork in the world, but at the same time, you know, I'm happy with it. It looks like a scene, and we can go in, just add a bit of a darker green.
The thing is, that isn't our aim to be like, you know, to produce a masterpiece. We just want to produce something pretty that we like, don't we?
Yeah, and when I go to my craft room, I want to come out with something finished, you know, rather than
5 million backgrounds like I do. And nothing finished.
These are brilliant for backgrounds.
Yeah, they are.
They're really good.
Especially,
so I've used loads of mine.
Yeah, all the grasses and stuff are cracking for your backgrounds, aren't they?
So I would just go ahead and colour all of that in, especially the sky. Just add a couple of colours of blue. I'll just do a little tiny bit of sky.
Oof, there's queues on them there, phones. If you don't want to sit on the queues, please have a look on the website, or of course you can shop on the app. A quarter of the stock has gone on both of them. Okay, so both of them, a quarter of the stock has gone, so you're obviously buying both together. Yeah, and it is super, super busy. Please get on the website. It is thecraftstore.com. You'll be able to shop there and not sit in those queues if you do want to get hold of those.
So, yeah, just by putting the two colours together, it gives you that, you know, the looks that you get in nature without even trying.
Yeah.
So I have got one that... Ta-da! And I've also added some of our little animals as well, so they just look lovely. And then what I've done under those is just added a little black pencil and drawn that out, so that little bit of shadow will just ground them.
Yeah, it
makes I didn't
it
do this. I haven't done the
realistic.
sky on that one. Never mind. We'll have a sky today. So then
it's overcast. Just a bit grey.
So all I've done is cut a couple of strips of black card. Now, I love doing this. So, you know, sometimes you want your greeting to stand out a little bit more, but you don't necessarily want to do a load of matting and layering.
Yeah.
Just 2 little black strips either side. I've used the quick stick that we have, our double-sided adhesive on this.
Good grief, you've had a... Is it that skinny, the quick... Or have you cut it?
So I've just cut it. So it's just on black.
Yeah.
So I've cut it on black and then just cut a strip of it. But then, because it's already sticky.
Yeah, that's
I'm not getting glue all over the place, and I can just line it up.
They're double-sided adhesive sheets, then, are they?
They are, yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant stuff.
Have we got them on the show, Katie? We don't. Shop on the doodah, what's it?
There you go.
Shop by brand, that's what I'm after.
So all we need to do now, that blacker blue sky is really going to bother me, but well, we'll add it later.
Love that.
Obviously using our EVA.
Yes,
in our
indeed.
lovely non-clog bottles.
And those are always super popular. It is your non-clog bottles. You have got both of the bottles there, £13 and 99p. They're so handy. I mean, I use that all the time. Please do get hold of the glue as well. It's really good quality glue, isn't it?
It's brilliant. I barely use anything else anymore. I really don't. That is all I use. It's all right. It's because I was thinking, are we going glue? But we might go foam pads.
Oh. We have foam pads as well on the show.
We do. And I love the fact we get so many of these when we, you know, there's like, I think 1,500 on the big roll. So it does mean that I will use them to prop things up. Whereas if I didn't get many, I'd be like, oh. And the fact that they're nice big chunky ones as well, I like that.
I like the easy lift thing.
Yeah.
Because look, that just makes it so quick. Because otherwise you put like 2 foam pads on because you can't be bothered.
Yeah.
But when you can actually peel the lift off it, you think, yeah, all right then, I'll actually use as many as I'm meant to.
Yeah.
Rather than like, bored already.
There we go. Oh, and I know what I was going to add as well. So these are the little tiny flowers. So with the flower dies that we've got on the show, you can make little teeny tiny flowers.
Those are really... Do you know what I like about them? The fact that they're on, like, a full strip, so not individual.
It's, especially when you're making them, obviously you want to be able to cut enough flowers to make a flower.
Yeah.
So we can go in.
Look at them,
so I've
so
got
cute.
our little poppies, and the ones I'm putting on at the minute, believe it or not, are the bigger ones.
Oh, they're really cute.
And these are teeny tiny.
They remind me of a punch using... Sorry, that was a big old E, weren't it? That were a proper northern E. Oh, gosh. But, yeah, they remind me of a little old punch. Do you remember years and years and years ago?
I know exactly which punch you mean. Was it like a yellowy colour, I think?
I think it was, yeah. But that is so handy. I love the fact that you can get them on your dies. If you would like to get hold of those, just £10 and 99p. 137730 is your item number. And
the nice thing about those is you can make lots of different flowers from that die as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, not just you've got daisies, poppies, little roses, all of that kind of thing. Oh, I've got a couple more. Let's pop those on.
Oh, yeah, don't miss out. Yeah, it's really
I am going to thank Gwyneth made some of these for me as well.
Oh, thanks, Gwyneth.
She's good, isn't she?
She's very good.
I did make some of them, but she did make some of them for me.
It's just handy to have loads of stash of them, isn't it?
Yeah, but then they're so pretty. I just like keeping them in a little box.
Sorry, Gwyneth, they've stayed in a box.
All of them. Some of them are out, and there you go.
That's lovely.
So if we stand it up. There we go.
The pollen in the middle does really look effective, doesn't it?
It just makes them pop, and it makes them look quite natural as well, whereas I will use gems sometimes on the right card, but for this, where I want it to look as part of the scene, the pollen is perfect in there.
Yeah, it's ace. Thank you, our love. That is beautiful. If you do want the pollen, it's really handy as this, and the price is amazing. You're getting all 6 of those for £19.98, and it's a little bit like embossing powder in that they'll last you ages. They will last you ages. So that price is just phenomenal. If you would like them, 199154, your item number. Right, we'll give you a few reminders what you're going to get. So first of all, your beautiful country meadow. Now, a third of the stock. Oh, can I do it? Yes. A third of the stock has gone there. £14.95. Let me show you some finished samples for these ones. I'll lift these ones up, because he told me to. These are just beautiful. Again, so many ways you can use these. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely incredible. Who's done that? Glittery Katie. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. And you know, we were talking about backgrounds. How's she done a background there? Is that just inks? That's just inks. Yeah. That's a cracking sky, is that one. That's a good one. Yeah, they're all just beautiful. And I love it because you're creating your own scene as well with that, because these are stamps within the collection. So, and it's funny, isn't it? At first you don't see some of those stamps, but they're there. They're in that collection. And it just means you can use them in so many different ways. Now, if you'd love to get hold of that beautiful Meadow collection, £14.95 is your price. Absolutely flying. 437241. And then the beautiful country scenes. Also a third, what did you say, sorry? 40% of the stock has gone here now. Yeah, it's ace. I love that you get in all the different clouds. You've got the birds. Obviously, that beautiful barn, which is just so idyllic, isn't it? You've then got that wonderful country scene. And you can change it. I mean, it's a stamp at the end of the day. So you might not want to ink it all up. So if you do want to lift part of that out, you've got that option. You've got your sentiments on there as well. And then you've got all the little animals at the bottom, which are fantastic. And obviously they help to build up that scene, and they help to make it different every time. Now, all around the edges there, that's the stamp that's in the beautiful meadow scene, which does look really, really effective. And again, it allows you to create something completely different. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? And this is the thing, they look that different, every single one of them. I'll have to try and show you all the cards. Look at this one as well. That's the duck. Sorry, we had to go back. Katie spotted the duck. The duck.
It's always a duck.
Duck. That's brilliant. We're going in close on the duck. This is when but as soon as it goes in close, that's when your hand decides it needs to shiver or something. Do you know what I mean? Can I just show you that one as well? Because that is beautiful. Look at that one from Heather. I love that. That is so gentle. Isn't that just again, it's just so peaceful. Oh, that is beautiful, Heather. Yeah, some really pretty cards. Can I show one more? Oh, wait, hold on. Bear with. Oh, wait. That's an okay one, isn't it? Look at that. I love that. Say it twice. I love that because, again, you don't think sometimes... I don't think of... I'm terrible. I stamp in black and dark brown, and I've only just started stamping in dark brown. That looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Wedgwood. It looks just like that beautiful wedge. And I love that. It does make me think, right, come on, Leonie, actually use some of those other ink pads that you've purchased. £14.95 is your price. 251794, your item number. Now, those incredible poppies. Again, these are beautiful, big stamps. So much you can do with these. And they do allow you to do fussy cutting. They're beautiful for paper pieces because you've got that big open space. It means when you stamp them onto decorative paper, you really see it. Of course, you've got your sentiments, so never forgotten, precious moments, and then memories. And obviously, what you do with these, I mean, they do, all the cards look incredible with these, really, really incredible. I mean, that one, it's just so beautiful. And mixing up that stamp that we have got in the next set, that background stamp, you'll be able to see, I mean, they do work hand in hand with the other set of stamps. Really, really effective, every single card. Now, £14.95, that's 562 526, your item number. Now, next, to go beautifully with that collection, we've got the stamps with the cardstock, remember, on this one, which matte and layers beautifully. But good quality cardstock. It's got the colour all the way through, colour core, so it's going to look beautiful, die cut as well. But yeah, it's just good quality card because we're talking about pink pig. Now, I have a pink frog. Sorry, I get all my pinks mixed up. And I've got pink ink tomorrow. Honestly, I get so, literally every time I get so confused. Oh, there's other colours, gangs. Stop doing pink. I'm not telling off all the suppliers. Just because I'm inept and can't remember. And I mean, it says it there. It actually says it on the screen, frog. And I know the company. Sorry, pink frog. Oh, I hope you're laughing, as opposed to throwing something at the screen right now. But your stamps are beautiful. £14.95. That is one of the best background stamps. You will use that again and again and again. And of course, the poppies are beautiful. 441936 is your item number. Oh, I drive myself mad. Oh, honestly, and I even think about it before it comes out my mouth. So that's already been put through a filter system and still come out wrong. Anyway, you've got your dies. Your dies work beautifully with those last stamps, and it means that it makes everything easy. Now, the lovely thing with these, because you've got that kind of edge around them, if you have got your embossing, you're not worried about cutting into your embossing, which is a big deal. But look at that. Look how effective that looks. That looks absolutely gorgeous.
It just makes it pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that is really beautiful. I love that. It shows the dies so well. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And this is nice, because look at that. Can you see? That has actually been put into the recess that's been cut out. That's really, really nice. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. £12.99. The dies just make life easy. And again, really cost effective. Okay, now they're mini flowers. These are brill, because they will save so much time. The fact that, and it's all your scrap paper, isn't it?
Yeah, all those little bits that you can't bear to put in the bin, just throw them through the die cutting machine, little flowers, and then they'll match projects as well.
Absolutely. Honestly, they're proper handy. Yeah, you need these in your life. And look at the diddy flowers you can make. I mean, how cute do they look? I really like them. And some of these have been layered, but some of them are just single layers, aren't they? And yet they still look really beautiful.
Yeah, and if you just shape them a little tiny bit, it just makes them pop. But even as flat, they look beautiful.
Yeah, and that's actually that beautiful stamp we've got on today's show, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That looks really effective. Doesn't it change it completely because it's in that lovely windows, the lovely thingamabob? Trough thing, yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
And that's using one of our Textures 2 stamps, just to add a bit of wood texture in there.
Oh, I really like that. £10.99. If you do want them texture stamps, have a look, because we've got those on the show, so check those out on the website. 137730 is your item number. And then the beautiful window. Yeah, this will go so well with the collection we've got today, because obviously you can put one of those scenes behind that, so you're looking out. It just, hand in hand with this one, isn't it?
And again, it just means that you focus on a different bit if you want to as well, because you're narrowing that field of vision.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Sounded posh, didn't it?
Boom, you nailed that description. Oh, I'm going to borrow that from you.
Have that.
I'm having that. You'll hear that again in this hour. £12.49 is your price. 922520 is your item number. Now, the pollen. This is the stuff that our Claire used. And you see, that pot is going to last ages, isn't it, Claire?
It's almost, when I've used them, and I've used some of these, you can barely tell.
Yeah.
It just goes back. So it's just like embossing powder, really. You use it, just pop it all back in the pot afterwards.
Yeah. And these will be nice mixed, won't they? You know, like if that yellow, if you think, oh, that's really bright, mix it with a bit of of this kind of sandy orange, which looks beautiful, and it'll tone it down, and you'll get so many other tones. And actually, if you mix them, they'll look more natural as well, won't they?
Definitely. And again, it makes your your flowers look different from everybody else's as well. So either buy some little pots to put your own mixes in, or even just little plastic baggies.
Yes, yeah, recycle. I really like that because you can see the texture. They're beautiful. And I suppose you'll just use your glue for those, and Bob's your uncle.
Those ones have just been done with EVA.
Yeah, perfect.
So it sticks really well.
Yeah, I like them a lot. Only $19.98. You're getting all 6 pots there. Really, really handy to have. It gives you lovely, lovely texture. And you'll be using them on all sorts of projects, not just on your flowers. Think about, you know, when you've used your gel medium and you've got sort of blobs of gel medium, think about sprinkling these on, maybe mixing them with glitter as well and sprinkling them just for added texture. Honestly, you'll come up with loads of different reasons to use those. If you do want to get hold of those, it's 199154. Now, 7-day saver. This has been super busy as well. And I'm not surprised. You've got a £10 saving on this one. And you've got some of those wee flowers on there as well. So you have got, grow your own with Britannia flower dyes. So this one looks really interesting. And the instruction book.
It is.
That looks ace. Is it a good... Oh, I'm going to have a little look at that. Thank you, our lovely Claire. The instruction book's fantastic because it's showing you how to use your beautiful dyes. So it covers the dyes that are on the show as well.
It does. So from the small ones all the way up to the big ones, it does... You know, you can do all of the flowers in there in all the different sizes.
Amazing. That's a really nice booklet. It's a proper little booklet, is that? And, of course, you've got the cardstock and you've got the dies. Are the dies different to the ones that we've got on the show? Same mini flowers. So if you're going for your mini... Mind you, I would absolutely have more than one set of them. Definitely. Because you'll be able to cut loads at a time. It just saves you time. And at that price... And you've got 40 sheets of that beautiful ivory paper in this. That's a cracking deal. It is a 7-day saver, obviously until stocks last or until your 7 days run out. I bet it's the stocks last on that one though. 084073, your item number. Right then, our lovely Claire, back to you. What's next?
We'll do a little gatefold card and do some backgrounds to put our beautiful stamps on.
Are we doing... I've already forgotten that way you described the window.
No, that's going to be the next one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you.
How many shows have you got today, Claire?
2. I've got another one at 7.
Super. Am I with you at 7?
No.
Oh.
This is it.
No.
Forever.
She specifically requested.
I think I've got lovely Janice at 7.
Oh, lovely Janice, is it? Oh,
lovely Leonie.
Thank you.
So we've scored that at 7.5 and 22.5. This is our 15 by 30 cardstock, and it does come with the instructions.
Wonderful.
So, you know, again, I always say it, if you're struggling to find your creativity, get your card out, get those instructions out, make some of the card folds, and then go, where do I go from there?
I love how many different instructions come with card fold, because sometimes you go, really? I can... And especially when it comes, you know, when you do the ones and it's creating the frames and the boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so inventive.
So this is just a piece of our miler. So our miler comes in 12 by 12.
Okay.
And I've cut it to 6 by 6, and then I've just drawn some wiggly lines on it, and then just cut it with my scissors.
Super.
So I've made my own stencily mask.
I like this. For little hills and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now, because I'm working on the glass mat, I am going to stick it down with a bit of tape. It'll probably get in the way, but excuse me. But I am just going to, I'll take that bit off in a minute, but it'll just help secure it. And I'm going to grab a little circle. So obviously that's just a circle cut with a circle die from our masket.
Wonderful.
So I just want to pop that on there, and then we will just build a little scene, and we're just going to use one colour of ink.
Oh, lovely.
And we are going to go...
if you do want the Mylar, by the way, you've got 6 sheets there for £11 at 99 pence, and it is your 12 by 12. That's 394204, your item number. Check that out as well. I do believe Mylar, I've heard it's been in short supplies, Mylar.
So I'm going to grab that one, because I almost want them back to front, so I can stick that down.
What colour are you using?
I am using faded jeans.
Oh,
and again, it's not... You know, if I was doing a scene, it's not one I'd normally think of, but I just wanted quite a muted look, really.
Yeah.
And I thought we'll try and do it all one colour. And
It's nice
just
as that, and it's challenge yourself as well.
Yeah, and then we'll pop that one on there and we'll add a bit of deep colour at the bottom.
See, that looks lovely already.
So just super easy. And you know, the fact that I've got so much out of just 1/4 piece of one of our bits of Mylar.
And the fact you'll use it again and again and again and again.
Yep.
Because, I mean, that's the lovely thing about Mylar. I mean, it lasts. Yeah, that looks so effective.
And then we'll just do a little bit around here. Make our little kind of moony or setting sun type.
And that obviously is your, the thingy. Yeah, your masket sheet.
Masket. So, yeah, so I've used masket. The tape I've used is our Scotch tape. And I did something really stupid at home the other day. I used some other tape that I found, and I'd done a beautiful piece, and it just...
Oh, you're joking.
No, took the whole thing off. I was absolutely gutted.
So
and I was like, why did I just not go to my pink frog bag and get my Scotch tape out? Because it just never rips. It just never lets you down. And, you know, if you've done a load of work, it is just like, really?
Yeah.
Just because I couldn't be bothered getting up.
Yep. It's so frustrating, isn't it?
So there we go. There is our little background.
I love things like this because it never looks like you've put that much ink on until you take that away and then it just goes pop.
And it is, you're thinking, oh, I don't think it's done anything. So, yeah, just literally a pair of scissors, draw some mountings on. I drew mine on because I wasn't sure whether I was going to be happy with them.
Yeah.
Could just go in there freehand.
They look fab.
So now we are going to use one of our stamps. So this is from our country Meadows. And I'm going to use the other one this time. So it's just, that's all come a bit unstuck. Don't you stick together. Right, there we go.
Ooh. Now that stamp set, almost half of the stock has gone. If you do want to get hold of this one, I'm not surprised. It's the other one. I'm not surprised. In fact, with this, remember, we have got one more show later on this evening, but I don't know if we'll have any stock by then. Please check your baskets out with this. It's just one of those stamps that you'll use again and again and again. And there's so many ways to use it. It's, ridiculously effective. £14.95. 437 241. Janice has emailed in, not our Janice, there are other Janices. She said, she said, can we use a Pearlywink spray on the flower making card? Yes. Do you know? Yes, we can indeed. Easy answer, yes. So you'll be able to create loads and loads of beautiful coloured flowers with your Pearlywink sprays. Hurrah.
And you can use your inks and alcohol pens and whatever to colour it, really.
Beautiful. And because it's got that pearlescent sheen, depending on what ink you use, but sometimes you'll get that pearlescent sheen coming through,
it'll come through. There we go.
That's right, nice.
And then what we're going to do is take that off there. Oh, look, I've got to the point I'm not cleaning already now. Short-lived.
Started so well.
I know, right? And then we're going to grab this one. Now, this is one that you look at, you're like, oh, I don't know whether I'll use that one, you know. And it's become one of my favourite little worker stamps out of all of these sets. So you can, it'll go in there, but also we can start to...
Do you know, I've literally, I was going to show one of the stamps that they've done this way because it looks so effective, doesn't it?
Yeah, and if you go in with your kind of second and third generation as well, you'll get that. Because
it really, really does build that scene. That's beautiful.
So it just frames that.
Because it almost looks like there's a tree or something, doesn't it, coming from the right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And just like super easy.
So effective, though.
Move my wet towel before I get everything.
See, and literally, you could use any colour with that and it'd look really good.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you let it dry and then embossed it like in silver instead. Yeah. That'd be quite nice. We'll grab one of our little birdies. So this is from the other set, but it just shows you how much you can mix and match them as well, really. And we will put little birdie just up there.
Oh,
there
perfect.
we go.
That is really cute.
all we've done exactly the same on the base card.
Look at that, that's really effective.
So what I do when I do this is I'll lay it flat and again use my Scotch tape on it just to keep the back clean.
Beautiful.
If not, it would look...
You'd have it a bit, bit fingerprinty messy.
Things do get a bit fingerprinty messy, don't they?
Yeah.
So let's grab some glue.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Cut a little mat out of black.
See, that's one of these that just looks really, really calming, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so gentle.
I think it's just something you could send to anybody just to say, hello, thinking of you. Sorry, you're having a bit of a, you know, not the best time.
Yeah, because it looks quite mindful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then kind of look to it.
Make sure I'm going to put this on the right side.
Oh, there's still cues on them there phones. Obviously, head towards the website. And we'd love photographs as well, especially if you've already got those poppies.
So I don't...
And we know so many people have got those poppies. They've been ridiculously busy.
What I'm going to do... It's all right. I'm just going to put... Because I don't want it to overhang, I'd rather put less on that side so it doesn't get stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's move my glue. Let's put my lid back on.
Oh,
we talk about housekeeping all the time. do as I say.
Not as I do.
As I do. And we'll just
you need to with that glue.
That up on there and pop that.
So, our Karen says, do you need to wash down the glue to use a fine tip applicator? You just pour it in, don't you?
You just squeeze it in. So I just take it out of my big bottle.
Yeah.
Unscrew there and just pop it. Just pop it in and that is it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything else. And it's just brilliant. I just use it all the time.
Yeah. And that nozzle, just remember to put your lid back on it, and it is super, super handy, is that. Yeah, I must admit, I use that all the time now as well. Do make sure you get hold of that. If you haven't got it already, you can get the glue, and of course you can get the bottles as well, because it's really handy to have a few of those dotted around. Details are on there. Thank you for your question as well. £13.99, 603282 for the bottles, and then if you do want the glue, it's sat at the bottom. £13.99. You can see it's a big old tub, is that one. 538442.
And then I've taken our special friend, which is in our country Meadows, and I've just done it, and I've just cut it out because it does come as one stamp, and I've just stamped it twice and cut it out, and given it a little jaunty edge.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I'm going that way. I've decided we're going the other way this time. There we go.
Good.
And there is our beautiful little card.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
So super easy.
Very, very beautiful. Oh, Claire, I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Really, really elegant. Right, I'll do a proper quick recap, and then we can get back to our Claire. So, first of all, half of the stock of the Meadow has gone. The Country Meadow, yeah, I'm not surprised. It is beautiful. You can create so many different looks with this, whether you're using it over your backgrounds, whether, of course, you're creating cards. It's going to look good, though, in your journals as well. Things like this, because it's a silhouette stamp, they are so effective. You know, it gives you that really, I don't know, it just draws the eye in. But the little worker stamps, as Claire said, they are really, really handy. And don't forget, you've got these as well. These are your borders. They're going to be able to highlight things for you. You know, you're going to be able to create frames with them. And then, of course, you've got Just For You, Happy Birthday and Special Friend. And you have got your butterflies on there as well. And, yeah, they make some really gorgeous cards. Every single one, it just looks so pretty, doesn't it? And it's just such a good excuse to use all your backgrounds. Dig out all your backgrounds, get them used and create something gorgeous. £14.95. That is 437241. And then to go hand in hand with the Meadow, you have got your beautiful country scenes. And I love this. It's just one of those that's a joy however you're using it. Whether you're literally just stamping in one colour, whether you're colouring in all the detail, or of course whether you're doing it as a beautiful watercolour. I mean, so effective. And I like the fact that these are separate. because you can, of course, build them up as Claire did and make it into one scene, but they look so nice independently, and it gives you more choices, doesn't it? Let me show you again some of the, oh, get in to the little animals. Look at the duck. The duck, the little piggy. You've got the beautiful cow and the horse. Oh. The pheasant, that's a pheasant. That ain't a duck. The duck's there. No, you don't often see pheasants on stamps, but there's tons. Yeah, there's tons knocking about. And they're just beautiful, aren't they, pheasants? Just beautiful. I drive so slow. I must admit, where I know they're going to be, people must hate me, but I've taken up driving like my granddad used to. £14.95, 251794 is your item number, 30 miles an hour. I'm really annoying. If you do want to get hold of those, please check your baskets out. They're absolutely exquisite. Brand new, of course, from Pink Frog. And yeah, really, really cool stamps. Shall we get back to our Claire? Yeah. Are you ready, love?
Just about, yeah.
Just about.
Just
Ooh,
about.
the windows.
The window.
6 minutes, if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine. So what we'll do is we've die cut the window, and this die is beautiful because it obviously cuts this bit out, but leaves these bit as your windows.
Yeah. Cracking die is that.
So
it's good
I
size
am
as well,
grab
Claire.
another set of stamps. So these are our textures 2. And I'm just going to grab our brick wall.
Love that.
And I'm going to grab a little bit of rusty hinge randomly.
With these, now we have got the texture stamps on the show actually. This is the lovely brick wall one. I like this as well, Claire, because that is different, isn't it? You know, from a lot of the sort of...
It's a bit more random, I think. So I am just going to add...
Looks more stone wall brick, doesn't it? You know, dry stone walling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you did it in grey, it'd make a great stone wall. But we're going maybe a bit Italian, a bit, you know, that soft stone type look. And we will do that. There we go. Just to add a little bit of colour on there.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to just grab this. And we'll just give the doors a little bit of a colour as well.
Gorgeous.
And obviously take a bit more time. And I'm not too bothered because I kind of want them to look, you know, that kind of shabby villa type.
Yeah. Are they getting a bit rustic?
A bit rustic.
A bit rustic.
Nobody's been to visit for a while, so.
Lockdown, hasn't it? Not going to paint my doors.
Exactly.
It's lockdown, no one's visiting.
So.
I've told everyone I've moved.
There we go. So you would take a bit longer and do that.
When you've only 6 minutes on a show, we haven't that.
Exactly. So what I want to do is just show you another way to do a background as well. So I'm going to grab, is that the right size? No, that's the right size. So I'm going to use our Pearly Winks, and I'm going to use Blue Grotto, Chartreuse Yellow, and is it just those 2? Maybe it is. So I'm going to go.
Lovely.
And a bit of green.
We've got these as well on the show. You've got 7
you could
sprays.
have a bit of orange, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a blender.
Oh, look at that. Doesn't that blend beautifully?
There you go. There's your background.
Good grief. That is super quick, isn't it?
It's fab.
Boom. And the colours look amazing. If you do want those, 7 for £22.97. Yeah, they are lovely. We do like our lovely Pearly Winks. And that is your collaboration. 588034, your item number.
And then you would go in and you would grab.
Super
I'm
effective.
just knocking stuff over now. There we go. So we'll pop that in there. Pop that on there.
Oh, yeah. See, how perfect is that?
And, you know, so for anybody who goes, oh, I'm not great at watercolouring, or I don't want to spend ages colouring, this is a great way to add a little bit of colour and a little bit of detail. You can go in with your pencils afterwards if, you know, so there maybe where it's a bit more blue and I want it to be a bit more green, I can do that.
That is so quick and effective, though.
I've moved it slightly, that isn't great. So what we're going to do, and then I've added a bit, so this is what I've then gone and done, because we're up against it time-wise a little bit.
About 2 minutes, did you say?
There we go. So all I've done is just added, like we did in the first demo, a little bit more coloured pencil, but you can still see that background showing through. It's got a bit of sparkle on that one as well.
On the foreground, is that one of your little worker stamps?
It is. That is. I'll show you which stamp that is. I can get the right page. That is that stamp, and it'll just stamp over and over again.
Amazing.
I don't know if you can see it there.
Yeah, that looks
so it's just
really
stamped
effective.
several times, and it just bring it through.
Yeah, beautiful.
Grab some glue. Because I'm going to put the window over the top, what I've done is I've just done a frame of black, because then when I stick the window over.
Oh, okay, I get you, Drew.
So but I do want a border. I've got a little half-fold card. So again, let's get some bigger glue.
Minute and a half.
It'll be fine if I haven't got to stick things down now. Da, da, da. But I love the way the window makes this pop, it's brilliant. So we'll pop that down. Don't worry that it's a bit of a gap, it'll be absolutely fine, because I'm going to put this bit on top. And to make it stand out, let's go foam pads.
Minute and 10 seconds. He's doing seconds,
they're
Claire.
Stuck together.
He's doing seconds. He never does seconds.
I'm sure I can hear an evil laugh somewhere as well. There we go. One.
50 seconds. Yeah, I suppose he does do seconds. 50 seconds, Claire.
It's fine. We're just going to stick that on there.
Oh, that's so
and because I've cut that a little bit smaller, you'll see that then it still gives me that little black outline.
Yeah.
So I've still got a border, but there is our beautiful.
And like you say, it changes the thingy, what's it, of perspective, whatever you said. I can't remember what you said, but it was really good and I've forgotten. Sorry. Claire, thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
That were absolutely lovely. Please check your baskets out. Our Claire will be back up with you at 7 o'clock.
Indeed.
Yay, we are lovely, Janice. Yeah, don't miss out on these. They're stunning. Have a look at the website for all the other goodies from Pink Frog, because you know it's all quality. Thank you, Claire.